Hello. Welcome to the Rose Gold Pink Show. Today we're going to talk about no other than the Epstein files again. Yeah, it's been a lot of weird stuff going on with the Epstein files since it's been released at the beginning of the year. Also, there's a lot of stuff going on in politics concerning the Epstein files, and yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. So that's why I am live right now to talk about all of this stuff right now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm glad you joined today to come and let's talk about all this stuff right here. And today we're going to be talking about the reptilians. Yes, the reptilian slash draconian people that everybody has been talking about. And Nancy Pelosi just came out with it twice that she is a reptilian. She's more like reptilian and she's not like the regular human being. So I'm like, what? So we're going to get into that about her talking about she's a reptilian and different people talking about the reptilians or Nancy Pelosi's saying that she's reptilian. You're going to get a take on other people's take on her saying that. And I'm just going to put this theory out here. The lizard people slash reptilians. I'm thinking about lizards. Lizards live in the swamps, and I've been in Florida. I've been to what you call it, Louisiana. They have a lot of swamps there. So I live in Florida currently. And so, yeah, lizards and all the stuff and the things that's in the swamp life, that brings out heat and it's like a humidness that goes on when there's more lizards and more swamp life. And so people take care of that so it's not as warm, it's not as humid when all of these animals come out the swamp when there's too many of them. So I'm wondering, with the lizard people, maybe they are changing our ozone layer. That's something to think about. Maybe they're changing our ozone layer. And so something that the lizard people slash draconian slash reptilians, maybe something their skin is putting out in the ozone layer that's making it warm now. It's been a lot warmer these last couple years. Maybe it's due to lizard slash the lizard people slash the Gratonian slash reptilian. And so maybe people are trying to get rid of the reptilian people or something like that. And you know, they said the reptilian people are of power, so it's going to be hard getting rid of them, even though they probably messing up the atmosphere. And so maybe that's why they're coming after us, the regular people, because they're changing the ozone layer and we're trying to fix the ozone layer. Allegedly, we've been hearing about the ozone layer for like a decade, fixing the ozone layer and all this stuff and its heat and its melting the ice, and the undarkened skin people are just having a tough time with all this new heat, and maybe because it's the reptilian people. I don't know. That's just something I put out there. And so, yes, I'm going to say this now. This video is for entertainment and learning purposes. Everything here is my opinion, and everyone here is innocent until proven guilty. And everything in this video is alleged. So, entertainment purposes, and this video is protected by the fair use. And yes, today that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about allegedly the reptilian slash Gratonian lizard people slash Nancy Pelosi, a politician who has been in the White House for like 30 to 40 years saying that she's reptilian, not once, but twice. And we're going to talk about and see other people's reaction to Miss Nancy Pelosi saying that she's reptilian. And I give my own opinion as well. And also, we will be talking about the Epstein files and all the weird stuff again and all the pictures. If I don't know if you see my last video, I showed like the victims that survived and their pictures and a whole bunch of weird stuff going on at its house. But now we're going to get into the file itself about allegedly cloning and offing babies, offing people, and all these sex orgies going on. And I'm like, maybe these people are different. Nancy said that she's a reptilian. I'm like, maybe all these people can't be not telling the truth. So maybe something is different with them being half reptile or something. And their sex drive is a lot different from us, and they probably need like a lot more sex. You think about animals, they have like they always humping stuff, especially like the lizards and the puppies and stuff. They always humping stuff. So maybe their sex drive is different from mine. So that's why they need all of these women and all of these men in Hollywood. If you have reptilian just to hump on like every second. And that's probably why they doing this. And even Nancy Pelosi admitting that she was reptilian, that she doesn't think or feel like a normal person will, because a normal person be like, this is weird. Like, why are you having sex? Why are you destroying people? Why are you killing them and babies? And what is that, drinking blood or allegedly in the Epstein files, and sacrificing. And I'm like, everything is just weird. And I'm like, why? And maybe that's the reason why. They're half human, they have something else. So we're gonna get in the video about the Epstein files, and we're gonna go into some more videos about the politicians and what other people are saying due to the reptilian, unhuman stuff alleged by Miss Speaker of the House, or whatever she is now, Miss Nancy Pelosi. She's been in what is that? The government for years. I don't know what she is now, but she's still in government by another title, but she's still there, and she admitted she's a reptilian. People been saying it, but she admitted it. So out the horse's mouth, you say, and she admitted it twice. So and then when I think another person said that there is reptilians in government. Who was in government? You will be surprised who it is, but we're gonna go in the video right now. Okay, cool. Yes. Now, okay, there we go. What is it? Mm, okay, so we're gonna go back here. All right. Gosh, come on now. They're very, they're very. Okay, here we go. Remember when Nancy Pelosi admitted to being a reptilian? Truth in plain sight. Remember when Nancy Pelosi admitted to being reptilian? So let's go. Reptilian. No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian. No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian. They're very discreet. Reptilian. No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian. No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian. They're very discreet. Reptilian. No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian. No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm So, well, out of the horse's mouth and down the rabbit hole we go. Let's come on, let's see. I'm gonna get it together. You know me and my electronics. So,
Ain't no way.
ready? Let's go.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way she said this. Did you guys see this clip where she literally called herself a reptilian? And mind you, she's not the only politician that.
I forgot. She said cold-blooded. What do you think about when you hear cold-blooded? Evil, right? Don't care. Have no morals or thoughts about what the hell you're doing. Sound about right with the Epstein files. Yeah. And a lot of the politicians were in that file. So we're going to hear it again from the beginning.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way he said this. Did you guys see this clip? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way she said this. Did you guys see this clip where she literally called herself a reptilian?
Cold-blooded.
He's not the only politician that said this. Obama said this clear as day as well. Well, inside of our brains, last time I checked, we evolved from monkeys, and I don't believe in evolution, but if that's a story, that's the story we're running with. So what is he talking about? Now, I'm still on the fence about this whole reptilian thing, but it's very telling when politicians tell you who they are. And like my grandmother says, whenever somebody tells you who they are, believe them. I will say it does make a strong case anytime they put it in cartoons, movies, music, because the Simpsons haven't missed yet. And the Illuminati card game hasn't missed yet. I mean, these aliens look like reptilians to me. And of course, they always tell you in entertainment and games. So you guys remember the game Super Mario World. Can somebody tell me why this Masonic floor looks identical to this level in the game? I don't know. Maybe this is a game and we're slaves to the reptilians because you got to remember in the game Super Mario, to defeat the whole game, who does he battle in the end? One big giant reptilian. I don't know, food for thought. Let me know below what you guys think.
Movies, cartoons. I showed you what is that? A video about, what was that? The soda. The reptilian drunk the soda or whatever, and he came back human again. So I'm like, what? And then the Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial, they was lifting up a person and putting them into the gravy lake, and they turned into a piece of chicken. I'm like, what? So why kill a whole bunch of people? Unless it's somebody that is not so much human that will, because I'm like, I don't know, tastes like chicken, maybe? What the heck? No, I'm not gonna even phantom my mind with that, because I'm like, chicken is chicken, and yeah, that is crazy. And so here we go. With Miss Roseanne Barr talking about the people that dealt with those people in Hollywood that were doing all this weird stuff, but they called her crazy. They call everybody crazy and conspiracy thinkers, but that's not what the Epstein files are saying. So let's get into it. This Roseanne Barr, with her interview, talking about all this craziness years before the Epstein files. So all these people can be making it up and conspiracy, and you heard my conspiracy. I think the lizard people / reptilian people are changing the ozone layer. Why is it getting so warm now? For just out the blue. Why is it just changing for no apparent reason? And they keep saying the people is too many people, or maybe too many people imposters that's like some type of other type of people that's their skin is putting out different stuff in the ozone layer. That's just something to think about. That's making it warmer and burning our food because they're not really supposed to be here. But yeah, we're gonna look at another videos, and you just let me know in the comments and let me know what you feel about it. But yeah, we're gonna look at some more videos. But this one is Miss Roseanne, and yeah, let's go to it. Please like, and share. Oh my God, what is happening? Yes. Mm-mm.
People like Roseanne Barr don't sound so crazy anymore now, does she? You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true. So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets. It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full on vampires. He still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full on people like Roseanne Barr don't sound so crazy anymore now, does she? You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true. So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets. It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that. Freaking me out, man. Life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this. So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults, and they've covered it all up. This is not conspiracy. This is proven to be going on based on the Epstein files that have been released. They are talking about it in the files.
In the files.
Any normal person beg the question: how is it possible that any human being could actually be this wicked?
Exactly. It can't be a full human being. It can't. Because, like she was saying, those people probably seen just a few things there, and they was in a mental hospital. When most people think about a mental hospital, they just automatically take the side of the other person. Oh yeah, that person was crazy. There's no way that they could have seen a person just kill thousands of people, thousands of babies, just already limited. I mean, a whole lot of amount of women just back to back without any care for the person. I mean, normal people think like that, but to see it and see it for like a short period of time and be like, what the hell? And these people are doing things for years and years, decades. What is that? 20 years ago, Epstein actually went to prison. Believe it or not, I barely believe it because they gave us this story about he was still going to work and still partying and stuff. But allegedly, he actually went to prison. So, yeah, the mindset of these people, alleged people, the mindset of these alleged people, skinwalkers / reptile. I mean, Nancy Pelosi said it. So, yeah. So we're gonna get back into that. Everyone in this video is proven. Well, everyone in this video is innocent until proven guilty. Everything here is my opinion, and protected by the fair use copyright laws of 65 or 69. One of those. And this is for fair use, entertainment, and learning purposes. So, yeah. Let's go to this other one. Here it is. Yes. I'm gonna listen right quick about, these kind of like
Mad when certain shit happen. They want to be Biden's who they like better than the other person. They come with that Biden's and really are real talk. You know what the crazy part is? Sometimes it ain't the stab in the back that hurt the most. And when some people supposed to get crystal clear. I'm at the age of my life where I'm the opportunity to patch none of that shit. I just can't fuck with you. Worker, you would die.
Oh, that's not it. Okay, what is this? Maybe I don't have it down. But yeah, back to the Epstein files. I thought I had the video, but I don't. So we're just gonna keep it moving, and we're gonna talk about more of these possible other reptilians, other than Nancy Pelosi, here in the White House with us now. So, and slash the Epstein files, because this was in the alleged Epstein files right now. So we're gonna watch another content creator talk about the Epstein files slash the reptilian beings doing all this crazy stuff. So it makes sense that they're a part human, or not all the way human, to do these unspeakable acts. So here we go.
Joe Biden isn't Joe Biden, and the Epstein files just proved it. They dropped the files in 2026, thousands of pages of redacted nightmares, and buried in there, on one single sheet labeled EFTA 00173 272.
Yeah, look up that one. That's in the Epstein file. Look up that number, the EFTA 00173 272. So let's see what they say here. Oh.
00173 272 is the most insane sentence you will ever read in an official release. The dude playing Biden ain't Biden. Real Biden was an evil, sick, angry man who abused children, including his own. It's an actor with a mask. Biden was shot. 2019 firing squad. They executed the real Joe Biden in 2019 for crimes against humanity. Firing squad. Shadows in a black site courtyard. Justice nobody was allowed to see. But it gets darker. There's a screenshot floating around from Ancestry.com. Yeah, the same site your grandma uses to find dead relatives. It lists Joseph R. Biden Jr. as deceased in 2018. Cause of death, not listed. Location of death, Guantanamo Bay. Final resting place, Arlington National Cemetery. So pick your poison. Was he taken out in 2018 at Gitmo, waterboarded until he spilled every Epstein secret? Or 2019 by Squad? Either way, the man you see on TV right now is not him. He's a malfunctioning shell, a puppet, a thing wearing latex and wires. You've seen the glitches. Everyone has.
Wow. Dang.
Matt frame to frame. The neck skin folding like cheap rubber under studio lights. The eyes, empty, flickering, like a bad deep fake caught mid-render. The mask is slipping worse every single day, slurring into nonsense, stuttering code words.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. True international effort to pressure.
Whatever the hell that glitch speak was supposed to be. It's breaking down because whatever's underneath isn't flesh anymore. It's synthetic. It's wrong. And the real Biden? He was a monster. A tyrant. The files tie him straight into the elite rings. Epstein's black book scrubbed but not erased. Whispers of Nepal trafficking pipelines. Fake charities funneling kids like product. He didn't just know about it. He fed it. And when the military's quantum anti-crime grid finally locked on, they didn't arrest him. They ended him. How did they know the playbook so far in advance? The Illuminati card game. That deck isn't satire. It's a confession.
I don't know about the card.
Airline. Same vacant
I don't know about the card game. Yeah, some more card game. I don't know about the card game. What the hell?
laughing while they print the future. It's all connected. Epstein didn't kill himself. He was erased because he knew about the replacements. The clone.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe Epstein is alive or not, but there's not enough evidence for me. But yeah, they said in the Epstein file, that's what we're getting back to. The Epstein file that was released this year, that the real Joe Biden was killed. Yes, because he did unspeakable things that um Epstein was alleged of, the sacrifices, the eating of people, and all this kind of crazy, satanic, crazy stuff. So, yes, please hit the like. I'm back live. So, yeah, hit the like, and subscribe and share. So, but yeah, I don't know about that. But yes, this is talking about the Epstein circle. Yes, the people that was in the files, the heart people, the what is that, elite surgeons and Pfizer's and all of these elite people that were in science, and doctors and stuff that frequent the island regularly. And so, yeah, so we're going to talk about that part of, not just the government officials, but the scientists and the high doctors of America that was always at the island that utilized it. Jeffrey Epstein and Jeffrey Epstein, vice versa, utilized them as well. The high doctors of America was utilized by Epstein, and so was the high-ranking scientists of America was utilized by Epstein. And so we're going to get into that part. So yeah, I talked about the victims, I talked about the politicians, talk about the rich elite being a part of it, like Bill Gates, the guy who made the electronic car, Elon Musk. And now we're going to talk about the doctors and the scientist that was a part of little Epstein thing. All right, here we go. Thanks for tuning in. Oh my God, what is going on?
Tangled in the web of Jeffrey Epstein. Have you ever wondered why one of the greatest minds in history, Stephen Hawking, would end up tangled in the web of Jeffrey Epstein?
But you see that sucker over there? 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds.
I mean, sure, Epstein loved to play the role of the shadowy benefactor, surrounding himself with brilliant scientists and intellectuals, funding their wildest research dreams. But let's peel back the layers here.
Let's look at these people.
Surrounding himself with brilliant scientists and intellectuals, funding their wildest research dreams. But let's peel back the layers here.
0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds.
I mean, sure, Epstein loved to play the role of the shadowy benefactor, surrounding himself with brilliant scientists and
Got these people. Do y'all know these people? Let me know in the comments if you know any of these people.
intellectuals, funding their wildest research dreams. Let's peel back the layers here, because this isn't just about cocktail parties and grant money. No, this wildest research dreams, surrounding himself with brilliant scientists and intellectuals. Sure, Epstein loved to play the role of the shadowy benefactor, surrounding himself with brilliant scientists and intellectuals, funding their wildest research dreams. Let's peel back the layers here, because this isn't just about cocktail parties and grant money. No, this smells like something far more sinister. A conspiracy that ties the elite of science, power, and who knows what else into a knot that no one wants untied.
Adrenochrome. This is a chemical compound which is caused by torturing little kids to get their adrenaline up, essentially, and then extracting from them.
Picture this. It's 2006, and Hawking is whisked away to Epstein's private paradise in the U.S. Virgin Islands for a high-flying conference on gravity, black holes, and the universe's deepest secrets. Nobel laureates, top physicists, all funded by Epstein, the so-called...
Oh, yeah, physicists. I forgot what. So it's doctors, scientists, and physicists. Doctors, scientists, and physicists. The high ranking in America was at the Epstein Islands doing who knows what. The doctors, the scientists, and the physicists of America, the high top ranking one, was at the Epstein Island on the list doing who knows what. So that part.
But why? Was it really just altruism? Or was Epstein buying influence, access to cutting-edge ideas that could reshape the world? Control it.
Nobel Peace Prize. David.
Staggering 231 times in those Epstein files.
Wow.
Ones you can dig into yourself via the court dockets if you're brave enough. And that's just the released stuff. We're talking emails, logs, mentions that keep circling back to him, even years after Epstein's 2008 conviction for soliciting sex from minors. Yeah, the guy was a convicted pedophile by then.
Wow.
Sex offender and all. But Hawking allegedly kept the lines open. Visits, contacts, whatever you want to call it. Why? What hold did Epstein have over a genius like Hawking? Now, fast forward to 2015, and things get really murky.
2016.
Epstein's instructing Ghislaine Maxwell to dangle cash rewards to anyone who can debunk claims from Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's accusers, that Hawking was part of an underage orgy on that very island. An orgy? With Hawking? The files don't accuse him of wrongdoing outright.
2015, guys.
Silence that story unless there's fire behind the smoke. Was Hawking blackmailed into silence? Or was he deeper in the game, trading secrets?
At Gmail, yep. I told you. There is Epstein's email right there. He had Gmail, he had Google Chrome, and he had Google Drive. I told you guys that Google was a part of it, and people are trying to sue Google / Google Chrome / Google Drive about, deleting or people hiding the stuff from their personal emails to take these alphas to jail. You see, they tried to take him in 2006, and he was labeled a PDF file, and they still just did business with him, and he still just did what the hell he wanted and gave him this little bogus sentence that he still went home and did whatever. So yeah, I am currently suing Disney right now, another elite, and I'm trying to get my money from them. Allegedly, my lawyer already has the information for me to get my money from them, and so hopefully they release my Google files with Disney so I can get my money from them soon, because I am broken on it every dime. So yes. And so yeah, so maybe the stuff is finally released from the Epstein. They could Google focus on me here, Miss Shantavia. with Disney and me trying to get my money. So yeah. But yeah, Epstein, they got all the Epstein stuff from my other video. They got most of the Epstein stuff from Google Chrome and Google Drive. So a lot of stuff is put on hold because of the Epstein stuff. And so with that, hopefully my stuff can finally be put in the forefront so I can get my money now. But yeah, so let's get back to this. So yeah, we talked about the victims, we talked about what was going on, the deaths and the survivors, and now we're talking about and slash the politicians. Now we're still talking about the politicians a little bit, but we're getting into the doctors and we're getting into the physicists and also the scientists part of these other elites in different branches that people probably forget about because they looking at Nancy Pelosi saying that she's a reptilian, and they looking at Biden that's possibly clone reptilian, and they forget about the scientists, they forget about the doctors that was also a part of the scheme and also a part of covering up. Yeah, covering up the Epstein and other stuff that is happening. So the doctors and the scientists could cover up some of this stuff too. So we need to be looking at the doctors and the scientists as well as the elite reptilian, like the rest of the politicians as well, because the politicians in our face so we can see them, but we need to also think about the other people that's behind the scenes or a part of it that we don't see every day, like the doctors, the scientists, and the physicists that's doing all this stuff to us that are part of this little Ouija, not the checkerboard they probably doing something like that too, talking about sacrifices and drinking blood reptilian people. I don't know, but we need to look at those two of the other part of the checkerboard, the Mason, whatever club, whatever they want to call it club. The doctors, the high ranking doctors in America that's a part of that club, and so scientists and physicists. But that's why I'm doing this video, haha, so it could come out as well. But let you know I don't want to hurt myself or anything, and I love life, and this is for entertainment and learning, definitely learning purposes, and this is protected by the fair use, fair use. Everyone here in this video is innocent until proven guilty. So everyone here is innocent until proven guilty, and this video is protected by the fair use laws. All right, let's finish the video about the Epstein files and all these people. Now the doctors and physicists slash doctors. What else? I'm forgetting them. I always forget one. The doctors and the scientists. The doctor, the physicists, and the scientists now dealing with the Epstein trial. So let's go. Okay. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Shoot.
Underage orgy on that very island. An orgy? With Hawking? The files don't accuse him of wrongdoing outright, but come on. Why the desperate push to silence that story unless there's fire behind the smoke? Was Hawking blackmailed into silence? Or was he deeper in the game, trading secrets for protection?
Wow.
Epstein wasn't just funding research. He was embedding young assistants with these scientists, whispering ideas about transhumanism, AI, and God knows what else. Hawking, the man who unlocked black holes, might have been sucked into one himself. A vortex of
Look at him.
where
Lord.
pedophiles and power brokers swap favors to stay untouchable. And then there's that photo, the one with no context, no dates, no explanations. Is it from the island? Was it snapped during one of those relaxed beach trips? Or was it sent to Epstein as some kind of trophy? The redactions are everywhere, blotting out faces that could be victims, witnesses, or worse. The DOJ and FBI dumped these files on us like that on purpose. Half-baked, incomplete, designed to tease without revealing.
2015.
Give the public breadcrumbs while the real feast stays hidden in classified vaults. Why did so many titans, presidents, princes, physicists, stick with Epstein post-conviction?
Wow.
Because he wasn't just a predator. He was the spider at the center of a global web, building dirt, funding dreams, and ensuring loyalty through fear and favor. Disappointing? Hell, it's terrifying.
Wow.
It makes you question everything. Was Hawking's brilliance co-opted for some dark agenda? Are there more files, more photos, more truths buried? Dig if you dare. But remember, the universe Hawking explored might not be half as twisted as the one Epstein built right here on Earth. Have you ever wondered why one of the greatest minds in history, Stephen Hawking, would end up tangled in the web of Jeffrey Epstein?
Well, there you go. He had the person video that I was watching. Thank you for that. He had the Epstein files and the numbers in the back of the video. So I don't know if you want to pause it and look up those different parts of the Epstein file to find those people, those doctors, those scientists and physicists that were part of the Epstein file. So that was a real picture. So yeah, that's a real picture with the Epstein files, and those were real documents from Gmail and Google Chrome and Google Drive. So yeah, you should take a look at it, and we're gonna take a look at one last video dealing with the Epstein stuff and the reptilian people. I mean, why would they be doing this if they were, human? Because this is like just so freaking weird. So we're gonna look at one more video right quick dealing with these reptilian people, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Why are you messing with, nature and the sun and the clouds? Unless something is going on with your body and your skin that is not right with the reptilian part of you or what have you, and you're producing swampy heat like a lizard does in a lake slash swamp, and it's melting the ice, it's causing all of these what you call them thing, the giant wave tsunamis and all this stuff. It's not their fault, but we got to see like why is this happening. And I'm gonna give you one last video after we talk about Epstein. Another thought I talked about, the reptilian people, like nature's animals that's like them, the lizard, changing the ozone layer, making the swamp swampy and humid, and even giving off us fog with the humidity of the lake and the swamp. That maybe the humanoid reptilian people are doing the same when they get back into their regular form, and it's just changing the earth, and the human people, the regular human people, are like suffering from heat and drought and loss of food, because you can't plant nothing in the drought, and you need water in the drought, so it's not working for either side, us being here as so many people and so many reptilian maybe. So we're gonna get into the video, and then also all the weird stuff the reptilian alleged people are doing, like the murder, the orgies, like what is going on. They doing all kinds of, even gay lesbian orgies, guys you didn't even think were gay, doing all these kind of weird orgies and drinking blood and all this kind of weird stuff. I'm like, a human will get tired. How much sex do you need, the reptilian people? How much sex do you need? This is crazy. And why you need to kill the MFers too? I mean, you already got your sex. Why you need to kill a person? So everything here is fair use for entertainment and learning purposes. And definitely learning purposes. So yeah, let's get into these last videos, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Please like, and share. Please like, and share. Please like, and share. Okay, so we're gonna get into this other video. With my home girl. With some more pictures from the Epstein files. I told you we're gonna be talking about the Epstein files, so let's get into that part right there.
Bitch, y'all wanted me to deep dive into the shit, and I can't read too many more emails, y'all. That's just fucking with my brain.
Me too. I can't read too many emails either. I can't read too many emails either because it's getting on my nerves. That's why I'm doing it with you guys, with other people too, with somebody else's video. So yeah, it's just too much and murder and torture. So yeah, these people are definitely not all the way human. They might be a little bit human, but they're not all the way human. Definitely not all the way human. So we're gonna get into the pictures and all this crazy stuff once again. Bitch, y'all wanted me to deep dive into this shit, and I can't read too. Bitch, y'all wanted me to deep dive into this shit, and I can't read too many more emails, y'all. That's just fucking with my brain. But we are gonna talk about these pictures, okay? We are gonna talk about these pictures. Ain't nothing to it to get into it. So let's go. First picture we're gonna talk about is the chickens. Okay. I was looking at this shit. I'm like, ew, why the fuck do they have an obsession with skin and all that other stuff, right? But then I was like, why the fuck is the middle redacted? Bitch, why the fuck is that a human leg right here? Is that a baby? Or not. I'm so confused, but the fact that it's redacted means that it's something fucking crazy. Okay? Compared to two chickens, I'm assuming that's a unalive baby. Then we get to this picture, bitch. What the fuck is that? What is that? Those are babies, molds of babies. Now, are they unalived or what? This is another angle for y'all, okay? Who the fuck approved these molds to be placed right here? Now, in the bigger, wider scale picture, there's a table that's just like this on the other side that doesn't even have these on the bottom of them. So they're not attached to the table. They were purposely placed there. And then we're just going to get on to the fact that he has so many pictures with him and different children. It's ridiculous. Not to mention one where he is biting the butt of one. Like, what kind of. Then there's a conspiracy going around that Epstein had something to do with JonBenét's disappearance, y'all. Now, on Twitter, they're saying that this is JonBenét's mom. But no, if that don't look like Ghislaine Maxwell, I don't know who it looks like. That does not look like Patsy Ramsey. I'm sorry. But people think that it's JonBenet. There's a picture that they had took that's in the files of his office area, I believe. And they had this picture, but they redacted the person that's on his shoulders. Well, as you know, there's always going to be a digital footprint when it comes to the internet and posting stuff. Somebody had went back to 2014 when the picture was originally taken, and even though it is not clear at all whatsoever the angle of it, that do kind of look like, see the blonde hair right there and the blue eyes. That do kind of look like resembles JonBenet Ramsey from afar from the picture. Everything here is alleged. Everyone here is innocent until proven guilty. But back to the video. Still kind of see the resemblance of JonBenet. As you can see, somebody already put this together. So as you can see, people really believe that Epstein has something to do with JonBenet's disappearance. And I forgot to mention that JonBenet's name was mentioned in the emails as well. Okay. I'm just. JonBenet's name was mentioned in the Epstein files. Okay, where's the number? Well, I guess you look. Yeah, just look for it. I don't know. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying a lot. Okay. Again, pictures of sleeping children on the wall, pictures of him holding children on a plane, pictures of him with a kid in the pool, pictures of a child pulling their pants. Like, what the hell? A picture of little kids on the toilets. What the fuck? Picture of a child or at least a teenager's ballerina leg. But this is the one that's crazy. So y'all remember, for my true tea with Lady Tea sippers, okay, those that have been here for years with me, y'all remember when I did that story and covered that story about Wayfair, because Wayfair had a lot of backlash and people assuming that the stuff that they were selling, like these shell cabinets, these storage cabinet stuff, they were selling for like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. See amount of money for a fucking filing cabinet. So then everybody put two and two together. The names of the shelves were the names of missing children, so on and so forth. $12,000 right there. Real time, because we watched it together on live. Remember that? Well, bitch, in the emails, there's an email that has Epstein's assistant in it, and whoever is contacting or communicating with Epstein's assistant bought something from Wayfair for $8,400. Paid it $400.
Is not described or anything. It's just a random purchase of one item, one quantity one for $8,400.
Wow.
This was right around the time when this shit started getting real popular.
Yep, 2018.
They're saying he did. I don't care. The email quantity one for $8,400. Mind you, this was back in 2018.
Yep.
This was right around the time when she started getting real popular.
2018.
At this point, everything they're saying he did.
Yep.
The emails, whoever's in the emails being accused of something, you did it. I'm sorry. I just believe that with my whole heart because ain't no way y'all went to that man's house, even if y'all didn't participate in anything that he had going on. The fact that you walk into a bathroom and see naked children above in a framed photo, or you walk around, you see kids all over the place with Epstein, absolutely fuck not. Like y'all know y'all wrong. Y'all know y'all fucking wrong. But make sure you guys like comment down below your thoughts in regards to the situation. I'll keep you guys.
So yeah, it's another part of the Epstein stuff, and they even got John Bonet. And you remember the John Bonet Ramsey stuff? The girl that was a pageant contestant, and they put all that makeup on her. That was a big thing back in the day. And now she was in the Epstein files, and she was listed as a person that Epstein dealt with, and now she was missing. And yeah, it all makes sense because we didn't think to look at Epstein, we only kept looking at her parents because that's all was there. So maybe he is still an American kids as well, not just the foreign nationals. He is still American kids because John Bonet Ramsey name was in the file. So it is what it is. And so I'm gonna give y'all one last video about something else. Yeah, I brought up that I worked with Disney, and like 2 videos ago, I helped them do the cartoon movies like the mermaid, the ocean movies, and the Pocahontases, and all of those, movies that use kind of like powers and stuff like that. And I might have channeled something in and channeled something in to me with, using these likeness of possibly real things, like real mermaids or real dwarves and real people doing black magic just for entertainment purposes. I mean, if it's made up, why would it, channel in something? But I guess with even it being made up from a different storyline, the real entity can possibly claim force to it. I don't know, but yeah, I also help with the Marvel slash DC part of Disney. If you go back in the day, you will see uh even on the movie itself, it says Disney, Marvel, Spider-Man, Disney, Marvel, Wolverine, Disney, Marvel. Um, what is that? The Iron Man. Disney's was very, popular with the Marvel, even some of the Disney movies that I helped them write. So if you look back in the day, you will see Disney name on the movie itself. And so I did some research. I was like, okay, I effed up with the cartoons and got to the mermaids and the dwarves and all kinds of stuff with Disney making these cartoon movies. Okay, I messed up with that, but they were talking about even with the Marvel Force that they're not the entities, but they are possibly fallen angels. And I've been watching this one guy telling me how I possibly effed up with, even the Marvel slash DC stuff that I did, that I was triggering someone. And he has a whole theory about these people, like the Bible says that they're with us to the end, and they're like, shape shifting, transformation themselves year after year. And so these people are transferring themselves year after year, and the person that they also are playing in the movie is possibly them in real life. So yeah, so I probably effed up with that or whatever, and giving them the spotlight, and it seems like it'll be good for them if that's really them in real life in their powerful slash fallen angel state. But I don't know. I just need my money from Disney. Hopefully, Google be done with the Epstein files and whatever else that I know. Fortnite is suing them, and Game Loft is suing them. So maybe when they get done with all that, I can finally get my Google files and my Google stuff from from Google about my Disney case, and I could get my money from Disney. So hopefully that happens soon. It's been 3 years now. It's been 3 years now since I first filed my case with the Myers Group in California 3 years ago, and yeah, they just been doing all kinds of stuff besides helping me find my stuff with Google slash Disney. So hopefully everything comes out with that. And I get my money from Disney soon because I need my money. But next, we're still gonna talk about the not the Epstein itself, but why things are possibly happening in Hollywood as well, with alleged fallen angels slash power people that I did with the Marvel slash Disney stuff. That's probably hundred. I get my money. Yeah. So yeah. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna talk about the possible scenarios of the Marvel slash DC series that I did with Disney Studios slash Disney Studios, and like what's possibly the real story. So we're gonna get into that and my theories on that, and everything is my opinion. Fair use. Everything here is for entertainment and learning purposes. Hopefully, learning purposes for you and me. And it's protected by the fair use law. Fair use, fair use. This video is fair use. So let's get into that said video right now. Alrighty.
Still live in the Matrix, the event.
Okay, so this one guy, his name is Tyler Henson. Tyler Henson, and I've been following him a while and just liking the video in the distance, but I really like him, and it's kind of giving me an insight of what I was possibly dealing with when I was making these movies with Disney slash Marvel slash DC, and yeah. Okay, and the forces of Hollywood and the forces of excuse me, the elite. So without further ado, let's get into the last video. Please like, and subscribe. And here we go. Okay. Of course.
Step out of the Matrix. When you still live in the Matrix, the Avengers are Earth's mightiest hero. And when you step out of the Matrix, you come to the realization that all the superheroes, they're actually a representation of. When you still live in the Matrix, the Avengers are Earth's mightiest hero. And when you step out of the Matrix, you come to the realization that all the superheroes, they're actually a representation of the fallen angels. And the bad guys in the movies are actually a representation of God, like Thanos, because they invent everything. Think the Heavenly Father is the bad guy. When you defeat the Matrix, you realize that they're not just a representation of the fallen angels; they are the fallen angels. And even called Secret Wars. Do you think they're trying to tell us anything? What does it mean about them being the fallen angels? Well, here's Spider-Man, aka Tom Holland. And well, have you seen my video on him? Tom Holland, who isn't just a doppelganger. of Lincoln Park's Chester Bennington, who died under suspicious circumstances, but he is Lincoln Park's Chester Bennington.
Wow.
He's a fallen angel. And they always tell us that they give Spider-Man wings. Spiders don't have wings. That's also why they have the exact same right under the eye one is, and the exact same little eyebrow furrow, because they're the same shape-shifting fallen angel. But like I said, they're all fallen angels, not just Peter Parker here. Have you ever seen how I say these fallen angels take their wives with them to their new roles? Well, here's Pepper Potts, aka Tony Stark, aka Robert Downey Jr.'s wife in the movie. And well, there's Tony Stark, and boy, they sure look very similar. And there's Bill Bixby. Bill Bixby, who played Bruce Banner. He traded in his scientist glasses for, well, genius, billionaire, playboy scientist glasses. He traded in his green skin for some red iron. But you know what you can't trade in? You can't trade in your damaged tissue, because like a mimicked octopus or a color changing chameleon, when you have damaged tissue, you can't change its shape or its color. But like I said, it's all of them. Thor, aka Chris Hemsworth, and Patrick Swayze, who died of cancer. And you can think I'm being insensitive, but what's insensitive is faking your death and making people feel sorry for you. Look at their exact same fin scar that lines up. Exactly. But there's so much more. In every one of these videos I've done a full video. So if you're interested to see more, like them dancing exactly the same and having the exact same hole right there in his face, exactly like Patrick Swayze does, go watch the full videos.
Wow.
See that? But like I said, it's all of them. Do you see those guys up there? That's Sammy Davis Jr. and Don Cheadle, aka War Machine. Funny again how Sammy Davis Jr. has the exact marks in the exact part of the eye crease, even as one Don Cheadle. And it's not just that. When you scroll down, they also have the exact hole in the exact spot of their faces. And I'll wait until you can see the zoom out. Don Cheadle, War Machine, Sammy Davis. And I said it's all of them, Bucky, and well, Skywalker. Do I even need to show you anything on that one? Pretty clear and obvious. Rocket, the CGI is a phone angel. And you say, how, you ask? Well, you know who the voice is of Rocket, right? Skywalker. Do I even need to show you anything on that one? Pretty clear and obvious. Rocket, the CGI is a phone angel. And you say, how, you ask? Well, you know who the voice is of Rocket, right? Bradley Cooper. Have you ever looked at him next to Barry Manilow, especially with how Bradley's looking lately? Shifting falling. And they're you to worship them on the big screen, not just their acting roles, but their real roles. If you don't see that was Bradley Cooper, I just can't help you. Notice how Bradley sings a lot in his movies, like the movie A Star is Born. You know what they say about stars, right? That they're angels. Oh, and you know what else angels also have? They have halos. Here's another one that died of colon cancer. The Black Panther, colon cancer, which is CC, which is 3, and hey, a third of the angels fell, and I almost left him out. Have you ever heard of the country singer Shabuzi? Kind of sounds like Bozeman. Shabuzi, Chadwick Boseman. And I'm still hunting for one of these angels. Funny how he's got a 5-pointed star on his ship. Oh, have you ever heard of the country singer Shabuzi? Kind of sounds like cancer, the Black Panther, colon cancer, which is CC, which is 3, and hey, a third of the angels fell, and I almost left him out. Have you ever heard of the country singer Shabuzi? Kind of sounds like Bozeman. Shabuzi, Chadwick Boseman. And I'm still hunting for one of these angels. Funny how he's got a 5-pointed star on his shield. If you know, you know. If you have any insight or clues on him, consider subscribing. Join my amazing community of open minded, beautiful souls who hunt these angels in their free time. Of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I don't really think there's a bunch of fallen angels down here shape shifting into different roles over the years and faking their deaths so you don't realize how long they live and, well, how much you worship them instead of the Heavenly Father. Entertainment, if you didn't figure it out what the secret wars are actually about. It's the fallen angels' war against us in the Most High. Have a lovely day. When you still live in the